In Zimbabwe, just over the Zambian border, lies the Zambezi National Park, home to Victoria Falls and to one of the release programme's other sites. For the past 7 months, the site has been home to Jabari and Jelani. This morning, David Youldon has driven from Zambia to check on their progress. The brothers are now 13 months old. They've tripled in size and their adolescent manes have started to grow.
It's been 7 months since I spent any large amount of time with them. And at that point, they were nervous and needy and extremely cute, of course, because they were, little fat things running around.
The biggest change is with Jelani. The once cautious cub is now just as bold as his brother.
Jelani was very, very nervous, wouldn't go anywhere unless Jabari was there. And now they've got the confidence to play and wander around, and that's what the programme for these guys is at the moment. One thing that's really, really good to see with these two is that they're still so engaged by their environment. They've still got so much to learn, and they're just testing out the water, they're testing out the area around them. It's all, you can just see in their eyes that they're just wide-eyed and excited that they're still learning stuff. Good boy.
The brothers have continued to develop their skills. In the wild, lions often climb in search of a high vantage point to look for prey. When the brothers were small, they weren't the most natural climbers. Jelani was a cautious cub, but over the months, he's mastered the skill. While brother Jabari can be overconfident.
Still not the best climber, but they're just having so much fun. They're doing a whole bunch of things I haven't really seen before. Lions don't usually jump out of trees. They have so much energy. For two males, again, that's slightly unusual. Normally you get one that just plonks, and the other one's got a bit more oomph about them. But to have two males with this amount of energy, I mean, really, they're young boys. They're growing up. The testosterone is starting to flow. You can see just through the fact that their mane is coming out, and they haven't got a care in the world.
Jabari and Jelani are being cared for by a team of handlers and the project's general manager, Ed Hammond.
When we got them here, the first rainstorm, they went up a tree and they spent the whole night in the tree. And the next day we had to lower them down with ropes and cut the tree branches, and that's how skittish they were. And to see them come from what they were to what they are now, absolutely fantastic.
At the point when you're working with a set of lions and you have to hand them over to another team, of course you trust that team because you know that they've looked after lions before, but it's always, it's always that little kind of, to come here and see that they are looking so good and getting everything that they need. I know that they're being very well looked after and are making great, great progress.
In a few months' time, the stakes will be raised when Jabari and Jelani are taken on their first real hunt. In time, the brothers will have to learn that the life of a lion is much more than fun and games. Confident that Jabari and Jelani are in good hands, David continues on his road trip. He drives south through Zimbabwe to his final destination, Antelope Park, the release programme's biggest site, where David first worked with captive-bred lions.
This is the first place where I got involved in the lion programme, so in many ways it feels like coming home. I, of course, lived here for a long time. It's always exciting to come back because, I get to catch up with the lions that I haven't seen for a while, and there's some new faces which I get to meet. So, yeah, it is always good to come home.
3,000-acre wildlife reserve is home to more than 80 captive-bred lions and to the human handlers who encourage them to develop their natural instincts. Out in the African bush, the lions learn everything they'd need to survive in the wild. As the sunlight fades, David drives out with a team of handlers and gets the opportunity to catch up with some of the lions he worked with last year. 7 months ago, David witnessed an emotional farewell when brother and sister Sango and Swahili had to be separated because Sango was about to reach sexual maturity.
Okay.
To stop Swahili pining for her brother, she was moved to the other side of the reserve with 2 other females. Over time, Swahili started to bond with her new pride mates.
Come on.
Now, 7 months on, the 3 females are inseparable.
They are looking so well. Obviously a bit bigger since I last saw them, but yeah, they look absolutely beautiful.
The 3 lions are now 2.5 years old, and they've learnt to work together. They've become excellent hunters. As a group, they have an impressive track record of more than 20 kills. Tonight, David wants to see their teamwork in action, so he's brought them out on a night hunt with lion manager Leanne Marnock.
For these lions, in a wild situation, they would now start to take part in the pride's hunts. An important part of lion hunting strategy is where 1 or 2 will push game into the path of a waiting lioness, an ambush. And I've been told that these are getting quite good at it.
As darkness falls, the females become focused on finding prey. In the wild, lions do most of their hunting after dark. They have excellent night vision, up to 6 times stronger than humans, and can track in the pitch black.
We're just using the spotlight to see if we can see the eyes of any animals around here.
All of our spotlights have a red filter. Basically, that stops it from blinding the animals. So the red lights for antelope and stuff, they don't basically see it. So we won't use white light because that gives an advantage to the lions.
Come on.
Swahili and her 2 pride mates lead the way. And soon find what they're looking for.
There's a herd of impala in here. Looks like Sahara's just trying to move into position on the right flank. That looks like Soraya moving up in the middle, which means Swahili is further on. Come on, girls. One will go round the back of the prey, set an ambush, and the others will push the animals into it.
Oh, it's in front. Yes. Yes. Come on, girl.
Get that one. Get that one. Come on, come on.
Come on, yes.
Yes, some impala came out of the long grass right in front of them, but just too far in front of them for the lions to get up to speed in order to catch one. Good chase all the time.
The females came within meters of a kill. The near miss is frustrating, but their luck is about to change. In Zimbabwe, night has fallen over the Antelope Park Reserve. 3 captive-bred lions stalk through the darkness. Swahili and her pride mates are on the hunt. Lions have excellent night vision, and in the dead of night, they have a distinct advantage over their prey. David Youldon has already witnessed the 3 females get within meters of a kill. And the night isn't over yet.
These impala here are almost certainly the same ones that the lions chased just a few minutes ago. Now that might work in the lion's favour, because the impala might already be tired, but equally, the lions might be as well. They're there. Ooh. Yeah, come on, girls.
There. Oh, they've got one. They've got one. They've got one.
Go.
Right in front of me now is officially the most successful hunting group that the programme has ever produced. And the important thing there is that they went into this hunt exactly how you would want a wild pride to do. 1, lay in ambush, and 2, push the prey into that waiting ambush. It's an incredible evening to see the vast improvement in hunting technique, and bonding between this group is just a really, really special moment to be a part of. And I don't even mind the fact that I am utterly freezing right now. My voice is shaking because I'm so cold, but it doesn't matter, because these 3 lions are proving that they're ready. And I'm very, very proud of them.
With her 2 pride mates by her side, Swahili has a promising future. And together, the 3 females have all the skills they need to fend for themselves. More than 80 captive-bred lions live here at the reserve. They share 3,000 acres of rich habitat with many other species. The reserve also offers safe refuge for any wild animals found in local towns or villages. Today, David's been called in to help operations manager Nathan Webb release a rock python that was rescued by the Zimbabwe Parks and Wildlife Management Authority.
We're just going to take it into the park. It's a natural environment, put it by a dam, just release it and see what happens.
Cool, so a dam's a good choice because they what?
It's by water, and snakes don't need to eat very often, but they need to drink quite often. So at least it knows where the water is, and it can define its territory from there.
Okay.
And it'll always know where the water is.
Cool. Well, I hate snakes, so I'm not going to pick this thing up. Okay. I'm going to come along and watch if that's all right. Cool, yeah, shove it in the back.
Okay, no problem.
Every so often, an injured animal or an animal that's not in a place that it wants to be gets brought here, and of course this is a game reserve and has the perfect habitat for this snake to live out a very long and healthy life. Okay, I'm brave enough to hold it.
You're not brave enough to hold that. Are you sure?
It's heavy, yeah?
Okay.
Can I give it back to you now?
Yeah,
He is
okay.
heavy.
I'm thinking just over here. We've got the dam just to the left. There's some rocks further up on the right there. You can make a home. We'll take him away a little bit, just so everyone's at a safe distance.
Yeah.
Drop him down, jump away, and hopefully
and he'll be free.
And hopefully he'll carry on into the bushes.
This one isn't venomous. It can give you a really nasty bite. There's a lot of bacteria and it has sharp teeth. That's not great, but they don't spit like some of the other snakes around here. Oh, no, I don't want to do this bit.
Yeah, see, he's got it right behind the head, there's bones.
Watch it keep it. Yeah.
That is a good-sized python.
Ooh.
It's not bad, eh?
Why did you buy?
But yeah, I mean, check these teeth.
Yeah. Okay.
The python is more than 3 meters long.
She's feisty. She's a feisty one. She's striking out and strong. Very strong.
And
Yeah.
what condition? I mean, is this good condition?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in good condition. Yeah.
Lots of fat.
Very
Can't feel any
healthy.
ribs.
Yeah.
Now we just move back a bit, point it in the direction we want it to go,
Yeah.
put the body down, and
Let him.
And then stand back, right?
okay. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Come on. Go. Up the way, go. Back up. Back up.
Ah, it's okay. It
His
will go.
tongue's coming out.
Yeah.
Finding out where I am.
Okay. Yeah, there he goes now.
and just disappears, completely disappears. Yeah, that's good. No, I like snakes. I think they have a bit of a hard rap sometimes, but I like it. They're good things.
It's just really great. I mean, she just disappeared off into the reeds here, and, you know, maybe we'll encounter her again on a lion walk sometime, although not too closely, I hope.
David's team of handlers work with lions of all ages. To make sure they get all the benefits of the pre-release training, most of the lions are born into the program and start their progress early. The youngest lions here are 3 cubs. 2 are females, Mika and Carly, who are 6 months old. They were born here as part of the breeding program, and they're confident and social. The 3rd cub is a male called Moyo. He wasn't born here, and in sharp contrast to the females, he isn't comfortable around humans.
Right, here they are.
The 3 cubs are being cared for by lion manager Leanne Marnock. She's brought David to meet them for the first time.
Hello.
Come on, babies. Come, Kylie. Now, I raised Kylie and Mika. Kylie was a bit skittish, but she eventually got used to us. Mika, she was always the most inquisitive one. She would always be around to see what's going on.
Hey, you. I mean, I'd heard that Mika was, you know, quite forthcoming, but it's actually Moyo that's probably sort of the most interesting, because from what I hear, he's not settling down with people that well.
No.
Don't worry. Hello. Oh, you are nervous, aren't you? Moyo's now 7 months old, and he's been here at Antelope Park for a couple of months. It was actually the wildlife authorities here in Zimbabwe that asked us to take him in, because although he was being well cared for, his owner wasn't going to be able to look after him as he grows older. Now, he's really not keen on human contact at all, and that's okay, because he's got the 2 females who are absolutely fine. He will happily follow them. And Leanne tells me that he is walking well with the other 2. So, you know, he's getting what he needs. I mean, it's a very pretty lion.
Moyo and the 2 females live in the nursery camp, but they're ready to move to a bigger enclosure. David's going to lead them on a bushwalk to their new home.
Come on, Moya, come.
Hello, come on.
Come on.
Watching the cubs behave in their natural environment should give David a better understanding of their characters.
Carly's out first. This is her at the front. This is Mika, the 2nd female, and still a little bit nervous about the whole idea. Moyo. Good boy. You can go first. He's not used to the idea of going for walks, and the whole thing clearly freaks him out.
Come on, come. Come, my cub, come. Come on.
Away from the enclosure, Moyo starts to relax and play with the females. He's the biggest cub, and his dark orange fur makes him easy to recognize.
Come on.
En route to their new home, the females find their favorite climbing tree, but Moyo stands back and doesn't join in.
Carly's actually quite an accomplished climber already. Mika has a go, but she hasn't got the technique quite down yet. But I haven't actually seen Moyo even attempt to climb a tree. Quite often at these kind of, you know, rest spots, he'll just sit off on his own a little ways and watch. Carly needs to work out how to get down, which is not the easiest of tasks for a lion because their claws point the wrong direction for coming down. So she actually has to retract them completely, so any descent is always a controlled fall, no matter how you present it. Whereas on the way up, there we are, the claws can come. What's this? So you can see the claws are fully utilised in pulling them up. Carly here is obviously going to be an arboreal master. Mika, you can see that she really, really wants to, but she just hasn't quite got the coordination for it. Come on. There we are. That's it. Pull it up. If I were to touch her now, she'd actually probably try and swipe me, simply because she would be concerned that I'm going to push her off balance. That's not going to work. Coming down backwards is one technique lions do try occasionally, because it means that they can use their claws and just gradually lower themselves down. No, going to give up on that. Let's try the forwards version. She managed to get down to the ground. Okay, it wasn't the prettiest descent, but next time, you know, she might do it a bit better.
David has high hopes for Carly and Mika, and he's certain their confidence will have a positive influence on Moyo.
I hope that in the not too distant future he'll actually have the confidence himself to come and get involved, but for now it's really up to him. Provided we keep giving him the opportunities, it'll sink in one day. Come, Mika.
Watching Moyo in his natural environment, it's clear he has a long way to go to catch up with the other cubs. Over the coming weeks, David and the handlers will try to build his confidence so that one day he can be a successful member of a pride.